Welcome. I am Dr. Martha Stark. Thank you for signing up for this, my 4-week-long psychodynamic psychotherapy training, Understanding Life Backward, but Living It Forward, Analyzing to Understand, but Envisioning Possibilities to Incentivize Action. Certainly there are a lot of new faces here, but a number of you will be returning for your second and even third times. I know who you are, you know who you are, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This online course is truly my most rewarding teaching and learning experience every year, and I am very grateful to William James College for making it possible. Although I recorded the majority of this narrated PowerPoint slideshow a while back, I'm looking forward to interacting directly, real-time, with all of you over the course of the next 4 weeks by way of threaded discussions or online chatting about whatever questions, comments, or reflections you might find yourself having about the material that I will be presenting each week. I will be maintaining an active online presence the entire month. You will discover that the threaded discussions in which we will all be participating will allow for an interesting and paradoxical combination of intimacy and anonymity. You can participate as much or as little as you would like, and you can offer as many or as few posts as you would like. We just ask, please, that you limit all of your posts to 150 words or fewer. Theoretically, that limit also applies to me. This 4-week-long course consists of 4 modules, not to be confused, please, with my 5 models. Every week, you will have access to a new 1 to 2 hour PowerPoint slideshow narrated by me for your listening and learning pleasure. Every week, the narrated PowerPoint slideshow will be presented in easy-to-digest 8 to 10 to 12 to 14 short segments. Also, for your convenience, I've set it up so that each week you can print out as PDFs, 2 slides per page, the entire 1 to 2 hour slideshow prior to listening to it. The PDFs are available through the course portal. I will be presenting a tremendous amount of material, but will be doing a lot of repeating, telling you in advance what I'm going to tell you, then telling you, and then telling you after the fact what I've told you. But I've organized the material in these bite-sized 7 to 10 minute segments that you can go back to review whenever you might like. So please settle in, buckle up, kick back, crank up or down the volume, and enjoy. I look forward to interacting with all of you online. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards, in the words of Søren Kierkegaard. Model 5 is a quantum neuroscientific approach to healing that relies upon the brain-based strategy of therapeutic memory reconsolidation to rewire the brain and reprogram the mind. As we shall see, therapeutic memory reconsolidation speaks to the adaptability of the mind, that is, its resilience and capacity continuously to update itself on the basis of new experience, information, and energy. Reference is here being made, of course, to the newly emerging and exciting field of neuroplasticity, which has it that, in response to the optimal stress of encountering new information, new experience, the brain is continuously reorganizing its complex web of synaptic connections, and the mind is continuously updating its mental schemas and constructing new narratives. Fortunately, this uplifting and cutting-edge concept is gradually overtaking the centuries-old and deterministic notion that the human brain is immutable. My psychodynamic psychotherapy paradigm, PSP, which includes 5 models, is an integrative approach to the psychotherapy of patients with deeply embedded emotional injuries and relational scars, resulting from unmastered traumatic experiences in their past, compromising the quality of their lives in the present, and undermining their dreams for the future. PSP is a method of treatment that aims to advance patients from psychological rigidity to psychological flexibility, such that once they have come to understand their lives backward and their compulsion to repeat, they can envision new possibilities, imagine expanded horizons, and focus on living their lives forward. I have long been interested in both the complex interdependence of mind and body and the actual process by which psychotherapy patients, whatever the level of their health and whatever the length of their treatment, are released from the toxicity of their past and empowered to embrace love, work, and play to their greatest potential going forward. Elaborated over the course of 30 years and drawing upon the finely honed wisdom of both long-term, in-depth treatments, most of which are psychoanalytically informed, and short-term, intensive treatments, many of which rely upon brain-based strategies, PSP features 5 models, the first 4 of which focus on the relationship between the past and the present, and the 5th of which focuses on the relationship between the present and the future. Whereas models 1 to 4 are in the tradition of understanding our history as our destiny, which we are condemned to repeat unless we can remember it. Model 5 focuses on our destiny as our choice, which is ours to create if, in the present, we can but take embodied ownership of our need to extricate ourselves from the ties that bind us to our past, so that we can create a new narrative for ourselves going forward. In essence, whereas models 1 to 4 emphasize recognizing the entangled relationship between past and present, and understanding on the deepest of levels all the ways in which the toxicity of the past has suffused the present, Model 5 emphasizes disentangling that toxic past from the present, envisioning alternative, preferred possibilities for the future, and committing to action in alignment with that vision going forward. Our history as our destiny, models 1 to 4. Our destiny as our choice, model 5. 5 Birds of Egyptian Mythology, a drawing by illustrator Madhabi Agrima from India. The 4 birds looking in one direction are here being used as a visual for the 4 models looking backward, and the 1 bird looking in the opposite direction is here being used as a visual for the 1 model looking forward. Please use your imagination to flip the drawing so that indeed 4 of the birds will be looking backward, models 1 to 4, and the 5th bird will be looking forward, model 5. Thank you. As will later become clarified, my recent addition of Model 5 to my psychotherapy paradigm, almost 30 years after the first models were conceived, is indeed in the tradition of Freud's 1919 eventual acknowledgement that, in order to broaden its range of applicability, the pure gold of analysis might well need to be alloyed with the copper of direct suggestion and hypnotic influence. Amen. And that ends our first segment.